Women crushing it Wednesday, they feeling undefeated. Queens of the ring like Christine is. If you get in the ring with Christina, you might catch a beating. Just tune in, you gon' have to see it. Stand up if you with us, if not, they be seated. You seen them in every arena. Eddie and Nika, who really got something to fight for. Everybody saying they're the GOAT, who the one that slayed the Chupacabra. Your favorite girls.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are going to have an exciting show. I have my girl Nika in the building. How are you doing? Crystal is working. Crystal's working, so she's not here tonight, but she's doing silver gloves, national silver gloves, which is very important. And then we have Matt from Brunch Boxing. How are you, Matt?
Hey, I gotta say, as many times as I've listened to the intro for the show, I never realized that they say your names in the intro.
Yeah.
You gotta pay attention. Details. Just saying. Just saying. But before we get started, I want to give a shout out to Kush with a C, who does our intro and does a fabulous job. And Arte de Tere, that does our videos and our thumbnails. And she also does an amazing job. So shout out to them. And to everybody in the chat, everybody that's tuning in. We're going to have a great show tonight. We have Omari Jones coming on in a little while. But before he comes on, I just want to talk to y'all about some of the shit that's going on in boxing. Nika, do you want to start, or Matt, do you want to talk about some things that are on your mind?
Well, I'll be honest. I have a lot on my mind in
Let's
boxing
talk about
right now. So
Let's do it.
The IBF, and listen, I like the IBF. So this is not toward the IBF, but it kind of is. So the IBF wants Sharetta Metcalf to, once again, they want her to fight Mia Yoshida, right? She already beat her twice. So my thing is, how many times do you have to beat the same person before you're allowed to move on? I don't know what's going on with this, and far be it from me to cast aspersions on anyone or anyone's character, but Lou DiBella, I know you're behind this, Lou. I know you're behind this because this is your fight. No, this is his fighter. This is his fighter.
I'm with the shit.
Okay, and it kind of makes sense now because I had hit up Sharetta maybe like a couple weeks ago, asking, "Hey, you got any fight announcement or anything like that? It's been since November. No, nothing yet. This is not happening. It's not happening." And now I know why he was stalling the whole time, because he was trying to wait for this IBF to try to reorder this fight, and now she's gonna have to fight this girl again. It's like they want them to keep fighting until Yoshida wins,
until the person they wants to win wins, right? Because
the thing is, and I won't comment too much, obviously. I won't comment too much, but I will say this. Boxing is a business, and we've talked about it before. And it's like, if you don't have money behind you, which we don't. I mean, it's not a secret. I'm not bad-mouthing anybody. I'm just saying we don't have the finances that some of these fighters do. Everything that we've done it off of sheer hard work and getting the job done. Okay. But there are others, that with money, you can get your ranking changed. You can move up. You can fight people that you possibly could not fight unless you had money. It is what it is. So we get frustrated, it is what it is. So I'll be back home Monday. I had to take a week off. We got 3 pros in camp starting Monday, and we got Golden Gloves coming up. So we're going to be grinding. Like whoever is next, whoever they put in front, we're going to take care of business. money or not. But it's sad. It's sad that the business is the boxing is a business as it is. If that makes sense without me saying too much.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm annoyed.
Yeah.
And I called it from the get-go. I was just like, because this is just my opinion, and my opinion only. I feel like some promoters and companies, they sign certain fighters to keep them away from the person that they're trying to push to where they want them to be, and I felt like that's what they did with Chicken Sharetta. So, and then voila, that's exactly what they're doing, because like she already beat her twice. Now they want her to fight again. Like, how many times she has to beat this girl before it's like, okay, all right, you know what, you got it.
Yeah.
Damn, it's crazy.
So, Matt, I want to ask you, like, from the outside looking in, when you see situations like this, not just Chicken, but there's other situations where things like this happen. What do you see on the outside? Like, how do you make sense of it as a boxing head?
Well, to be honest with you, as a boxing head, I just think that a lot of times, and I don't want to take shots at nobody, but the boxing media is complicit because we all know what goes on. We know what goes on behind the scenes. We know the political games that people play when it comes to boxing, and yet we don't say anything about it. That's why it's important for platforms like yours to speak out. And I know obviously you can't say too much in this situation because you are tied to one of the fighters, but in general, when things happen and we know that it's political BS, we need to speak out because that's the only way it's going to be brought to light. Maybe it's not going to stop that particular situation, but maybe if we shed enough light on something that's not right,
Yeah.
it would get enough traction that it would help the next person.
Yeah. Yeah, I always wonder because, we're in it. Some of us are in it. So we know what's going on and we see how things are done. And we know that we're the underdog and we have to jump hurdles. But I always wonder, what people on the outside see because all they see is like, okay, well, maybe I didn't see it correctly. Maybe she did lose. Maybe this, maybe that. I don't know. So I always wonder what people on the outside think. Like
But
honestly,
like, all right. So say like, all right. Let's just say for instance, you think that Sharetta lost the fight, right? The fight was very close. It was
yeah,
by no means a robbery. So just because someone gets a close decision doesn't mean they have to always fight the same person again. I could see if it was like some sort of robbery. Oh my God, what are the
Mm-hmm.
judges thinking? Then you know what? Maybe you might reorder that. But to reorder a fight like this that was close and Chicken got the victory. I don't know, man. I just don't think it's right. I think that stuff like this only happens in women's boxing. And like
yeah,
because
for sure.
because they know like okay, what is Sharetta really gonna do? Drop her title? Like what
Right.
is she gonna do? You know? So they like to put people in untenable positions because they know they can't do anything about it, and it's really sad. That's why I tweeted about it because it's like, dude, like what are we doing here? And I made sure I tagged Lou DiBella. I ain't scared of him.
No, I saw that. No,
You
I saw
know,
that, and I
And
respect that.
I was all in the comments too. And I was
yeah,
just like,
But
yeah. Because
I
we were just
want
like,
to.
nothing was ordered yet. And I was just like, the story said to be ordered.
Yeah,
Like,
to be
it's not
ordered.
play like he didn't.
I wanna like so Daniel Gaylor, you're right. Flip it to a positive. Chicken gets a payday versus a fighter. She just beat her worse this time. This is the problem. Both times, and I'm not gonna talk about how much she made, but she did not make the money that you think she made. And she took those fights because she had to prove that she belongs where she's at right now, that she belongs up there with some of the greats because she is one of the greats. She is a world champion. So it's not even about the money. It's about what are you doing? Like, fair is fair. We've earned the spot. And now, possibly, potentially, we have to go back and fight this girl again for the third time. The first time we beat her, they didn't like it. So guess what? We fought her again. They don't like it again. So now we have to fight her again. Like, there's something not right there.
Because I guarantee, if Mia would have won the first fight, there would not have been a second fight.
Absolutely not.
Would not have been a second fight, and we damn sure wouldn't be getting a third one. So
absolutely not.
Come on. So
Jams Boxing, no, Crystal's not joining us tonight because she is at the Junior Golden Gloves. She is a top elite official, and she has to do her due diligence. So yeah, that's where she is. HOD, do they think the other girl could have generated more revenue?
That's they had a plan for her. In my opinion, they had a plan for Mio to be this world champ, and and market her a certain way, and Chicken came in there and fucked the plans up, not once but twice. So
she did.
So
she did. I mean,
so obviously they thought that she would need more money, so
absolutely.
In my opinion,
she's from Japan.
But I have a question.
She has money behind her. Yes.
But what happened to this tournament? What happened to this goddamn tournament that Lou was putting on? This bantamweight tournament? Because if Chicken beat her, shouldn't she be moving on in the tournament to face the next person? Like what is going on? Is the tournament on hold? Is the tournament not happening? I saw you guys did a whole show with Lou DiBella talk about this goddamn tournament, and I ain't seen no tournament yet.
We did.
Come on, man! This tournament is like it's like the Dr. Dre Detox album. Is it coming out? I need to know.
We want to know that too. I mean, we haven't heard anything, and honestly, we would have loved the tournament. It would have been great. Like, it's beautiful for women's boxing, for boxing in general, but we haven't heard anything else about it. So, Mr. Neutral, has Lou announced Shade next opponent yet? We're in talks right now, and we're working things out. We have a feeling and kind of have an idea of what we're doing next. But until we sign on the dotted line, we're not gonna, talk about it. But it's crazy. I just kind of wonder, what people on the outside think, because I don't want them to just think like we don't want to fight her again because maybe they were close and we don't want to.
No, because to me it's clear as day that they wanted this Mio to win, and it didn't happen. So they trying until they get it right.
Yeah.
To me,
No, I mean,
I don't care.
And we're supposed to foil plans. I mean, we're B-side. We're gonna do the very best that we can to make sure that we're not just somebody to step on or step over, be somebody's stepping stone. It's like, that's what you're supposed to do. I mean, come on. It is what it is. But we have Omari's going to be coming on pretty soon. He said he'll be coming on about 20 after. And I'm so excited about him because I had the pleasure of working with him, all through his elite career, and then him going to the Olympics and then writing a book. And then now he's been signed. So I cannot wait till he comes on. HOD said the business is dirty. Just follow the money. She just has to beat her ass again. Absolutely. And honestly, she's getting better and better. She's getting stronger and stronger. And absolutely.
But I did see somebody comment, and it was so stupid. They have put yeah, you guys had the judges in your pocket. We know somebody paid you passed somebody an envelope for y'all to get the call. And I'm just like, what?
First of all, where are we gonna get that? We're gonna get that money. We're gonna keep that money. I'm just saying.
I'm like, so really, y'all? They think that y'all paid the judges for
Who would pay?
Okay.
Who would pay? Who would pay?
Okay.
Like who?
So yeah, and I feel like they're doing the same thing to Tiara, and that's why her mom's in the chat right there.
Tiara too, yes, Sharon, love and respect you. Thank you for always supporting. The same thing with Tiara. It's the same thing. Same thing. It's just we've had to come up from nothing. First of all, like I said, we have no money behind us. Who are we going to pay? Who's gonna pay it? But here we have Omari's coming on.
Yeah, he's here now. Let me change
Okay.
this. Okay, wait. Let's see. All right.
Omari,
What's up? What's up?
how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
We are doing well. We are
Good.
doing so well.
Good.
Look, I don't even know where to start, but I was just talking about you. I was like, I
Yeah.
had the pleasure, of being with Omari since he came to Team USA.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing I know, you're winning a medal in the Olympics and writing a book, and now you're signed. So talk to us about that.
Yeah. So that's been well, after the Olympics, of course, that was just such a busy process. Came home, talked with promoters the moment I got off the podium. So that was an ongoing process. Eddie Hearn actually met with me the day after I got off the podium, and
Oh,
we had in Paris. So
okay.
yeah,
He was
so
there. I didn't see him. I'm sure.
we met probably like at a restaurant or somewhere.
Okay.
He hit me up on Instagram, and we met right after. So the process right after the Olympic Games, it was a lot of promoters coming my way, but I did feel like Eddie Hearn, they stay busy. I'll be fighting all over, so I know I wouldn't have an issue with that. So that's why I chose and what to go. We had the plan set out, and had a great deal and worked some things out. So yeah, and I'm going to be debuting in my hometown, Orlando, Florida. So I hope y'all there to tune in, and
Yeah.
all of
Nice
that.
in Florida.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'll see if I can get to that fight because I'm in Miami.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah, you'll be able to make it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I want to ask you. So
Well, we have a special co-host tonight.
Okay.
yes,
Brunch boxing. So
yes,
he's gonna
absolutely.
some questions.
But I want to ask you this. So what made you decide to do that? Because you could have easily gone back and went to LA, 2028. But what made
Yeah.
you think, you know what? I think I want to go ahead and go pro.
Well, I mean, with the Olympics being still up in the air, I just didn't want to take the chance and just wait around for the next 3 or 4 years and not and the Olympics not happen. So I'll be like, wow, I just wasted all this time and these 3 to 4 years I could have, been 15-0 or 16-0
Yeah.
and got a great deal. And on top of that, I just felt like it was time for me to kind of, just spread my wings a little bit. And I was ready to be home after traveling to 13 countries for the past 3, 4 years. So
Yeah.
I was I feel like I was just ready to be able to, be home with my team and make it happen here with them as well. And
I
I feel like I did so much in the amateur game. I would have just did it again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Matt, what you got? Matt from Brunch Boxing, one of the number one shows.
I appreciate that. How you doing today, Omari? I'm glad that you were able to join. I want to ask you, of all the promoters that you could have signed with, why Eddie Hearn? What made him stand out from a Top Rank or a Golden Boy or a PBC platform or even a Queensberry? Why Eddie Hearn?
Yes, like I was saying, I feel like first impressions is real important to me. So um, Eddie Hearn showed his interest early, and I feel like he was sort of kind of reaching out through his people, through his team, even before I went to the Olympic Games to try to go ahead and sign me. Of course, being already an amateur standout, uh, getting the silver at the Worlds. So he showed interest early into making me, and once I met him, he's a stand-up guy, very down to earth, and I felt like it was a good vibe and good relationship between us. we met a couple times in Vegas, and then he brought me out to Philadelphia for the Boots fight. So it's just certain things like that that made me understand where they can take me, and that's being like he said, the next American superstar, and of course global. I'll be fighting in London, hopefully Dubai soon. So yeah, we just it's exciting.
It's
And,
so exciting.
and I feel like he's one of the last real promoters left. As you can see, I had a great press conference with him. Uh, what was it, Friday when I was in Vegas? Allowed me to commentate a little bit Saturday night. So it's just little perks and things like that I feel like, this is the place I need to be.
He's promoting you like in
Promoting.
the old days, the old school,
Exactly.
where
He's in the
promoters
ring.
promoted
Yep.
their fighters.
He's in the ring. He's in the ring. He's talking. He's getting me out there for sure.
Yeah, I
Okay. Now, how fast? Because obviously you have a vast amateur background. How fast do you want to move in the pros? Like, what kind of timeline are we looking at before we see Omari Jones move from prospect to contender?
For me, I feel like it's no rush. I mean, I was an amateur for 14 years, so adjusting to the pro game, I'm just going to see how well I adjust. I feel like it shouldn't be a problem. Um, I'm pretty much able to adapt to anything. But like I told Eddie and like I told my team, I don't see no rush in me get into a world title, whether that's 4 years or 6 years or 8 years. I definitely see myself being a contender, uh, no regardless of how long it take, because I do plan on taking over the division.
So Daniel has a good question, and I want to touch on that. So who trains Omari? Before you answer that, I want to touch on that because a lot of people don't realize that, like Omari and others that are on the national team, before
Mhm.
they can get there, they have the grassroots upbringing, their coaches, and then they go to the national level, international level,
Right,
um, and a lot of times nationally, internationally, those coaches get highlighted, but there's coaches that started them and trained them to get to that level. So
right.
I definitely always want to give props to those grassroots coaches. So talk to us about who trains you and all that good stuff.
Yes, so right now, is my current coach is Jason Galarza, right here out of Orlando, Florida. We train at the gym called School of Hard Knocks, and yeah, for the past 4 to 5 years, is when we started working when I was 17 or 18, and when we started working, I basically told him that. Um, the goal, I want to make it to the 2024 Olympics. He was pretty much done with the amateurs. He didn't have any amateurs. So I brought him back into the game as an amateur coach, and now he has about like 5 or 6 kids over at the tournament now. So it's good to see he's back in the game. So once I came to him and told him that, the goal is the Olympics, I don't plan on going pro. He brought me in, and from that point on, I said, in order for me to get on the team, he knew the process. I had to win the nationals in 2020, and we did that. Had to fight 6 times in order to punch my ticket on Team USA, and we did that. So for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been out in Colorado Springs, away from home, away from my team. But
Yeah,
it was all worth the sacrifice to make it to the Olympics.
absolutely. Absolutely it was. Um, I also want to talk about this.
Yeah. I got it with me too.
Yes.
I love the picture.
The
The
journey
bobblehead
of
picture.
an Olympian.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna say, and then I want you to talk about it, but I'm gonna tell you my perspective from somebody that bought the book and was reading it. This
Talk to me.
book right here is such an easy read.
Yeah.
And you see this? This is like a true, like his head is that big. Just no, I was talking today. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna order, like, seriously, Omari, I'm gonna order like 20 to 50 books because I'm gonna give them to my guys in my gym at home. This
Okay.
book is very inspirational. It's an easy read. I mean, look at that. I read this in like, I should have read it in a day, but I read it in 2 days, and it's a very easy read. And it's about his journey and the steps, everything that he went through. And I thought it was fabulously written. The foreword was written by Clarissa Shields, and I want you to talk to us about that.
Yeah.
What made you pick Clarissa Shields to write your foreword?
So once Clarissa came to Colorado Springs, that was my actual first time meeting her. We never had communication at all before then, not even on Instagram. But once I met her, I went to her opening of her book, The Fire Inside. And I felt like from that point on, we was joking and laughing, and she just was like, follow me on Instagram. And so she pretty much during the whole Olympic Games, she had a fight coming up. She was fighting as well when we were fighting, but she always was staying posted and telling me, keep doing your thing. You holding it down, just giving me little advice and steps and stuff and stuff like that. So my mentors that helped me with that book, with the illustration and the co-writing and editing, he basically told me, he was like, you should reach out to Clarissa, that'd be something great. Just, have her ask you, have her to write the forward and, just something from the heart. And little do you know, she texted me that whole forward in a day. We put it on the front of the page, and I was just like, wow, she really did it like from the bottom of her heart. We talked and met in Vegas, and she was just like, that was before I got signed, but she was just like, regardless of what you do, I'm with you. So yeah, I'm just glad that was something special for sure, from an Olympic medalist to another Olympic medalist. That was something special to me.
Absolutely, that was. What you got, Brunch Box, and what you got, Matt?
I'm just, I was just listening to that story and meeting Clarissa Shields. A lot of people don't get to see that side of Clarissa Shields. So can you just talk briefly about Clarissa Shields, the person, and what kind of inspiration she's been to you as a young Olympian?
Yeah, Clarissa, she's real funny. She's real down to earth too. So yeah, she always keeps it 100 for sure when we talking, and when we spoke, when she had her speech and she talked about her Olympic journey. She went through a lot as well, and she just told the team, stay together. That's going to be the most important part. Stay together, be there for each other, and yeah, that's really, and then her self-belief is just out of this world. The self-belief that she
Yeah,
has in herself, she just feel like ain't nobody beating her, and
Not
so she
supposed
just
to,
said,
yeah. They
yeah,
hate.
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
I'll attest to that. When she came and she spoke, I was there when she spoke to them, and it
Yep.
was just like, oh my God, like that's what you want everybody to have. Anybody that steps in the ring, you want them to have that self-belief.
Exactly.
I will say too, because even like my girl Chicken's going to her fight. Chicken was Clarissa went to go support her when she, defended her title.
Mm-hmm.
She was there too. She's very supportive. A lot of people don't get to see that behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
They see something that they see on social media, but they don't really get to see how she truly supports boxers and motivates them. So yeah,
Yeah. She
I
was
think
she was in the comments. She said she gonna be at my fight too.
yeah. Oh, I bet. Oh,
So that's what
absolutely.
Daniel wants to know. Has Omari gotten a fight date already?
Yes, Orlando, Florida, March 15th, in my hometown. The homecoming, the heroes return.
Alright.
I love that. You know, another thing that I love is that you've never denied it in the gym. As long as I've known you, as long as I've seen you, you always talk about it publicly. Is your faith in God?
Yes.
You know, and also I just have to give your parents props because his parents are so supportive. So they're like the most amazing parents like that you will ever meet. Like honestly. And also his belief in God. So talk to me about that. Like growing up, your parents, the foundation that they laid for you. Talk to us about that.
Yes, so for me, we definitely, as a child, we definitely was in church every Sunday, sometimes Bible study. I don't know if I ever shared it, but I also used to like mime in church, like praise
Oh,
dance.
really?
You
Oh.
Yeah,
never told us
yeah.
that.
I never exposed that, but yeah,
I would
I
have made
did
you
that as
do it.
I did that as well. So I always grew up in the church, but I just feel like a couple years ago is like when like you always grow up and you experience things, and it's cool for your parents and family to put you in the church, but I feel like we all have to find our own path and our own relationship with God. And I felt like a couple years ago is when I seriously found that relationship, and just continued the faith no matter what I went through. I went through the ups and downs in boxing pretty much my whole life, and even to get to the Olympics. So it hasn't been easy, but that's why I just kept belief in God.
Yeah,
And yeah, he just got me through it. Truly, he gets all the glory.
absolutely.
Yeah,
James Boxing has a really good question.
go ahead.
He
Like,
says, has Omari Lamont Jones got his Lamont Jones got his eyes on any British ops as he knows he's gonna be boxing over here. He's over there in the UK.
he's in the
I,
UK. He's ready.
I wouldn't say I have any ops, but it was someone in my weight class at the Olympics who has a bronze medal as well. That's Lewis Richardson. So we was joking in the back room at the medal ceremony, and we were just talking about how we'll end up meeting sometime someday. So that could be a potential fight for sure.
So I have a question for you because you could tell that you're such a good kid. So how do you see yourself promoting your fights? Because nowadays you have to be kind of messy, and I want to know how you feel like you're gonna do in like promoting your fights, like because
Yeah.
I can't really even picture you
I
talking
was
crap.
gonna touch that too. Yeah.
You can't picture me talking trash.
No, I can't. I cannot. I'm sorry.
Oh, I've heard him talk trash. He talk trash.
Well, I feel like if it has to get there, then yeah. But I feel like I'm kind of coming into the game different a little bit. Like even when I come to the fights, it's like I'll be more dressed up and like just find my ways of standing out. So that's how I end up promoting my fight. Like right now, I'm gonna be fighting in my hometown. A lot of people don't get that opportunity.
Yeah.
So me building that home fan base and just putting on a show, performing, that's how I feel like I'm going to draw people in.
I
Kind of
like
like
that. I
the
like
Sugar
that.
Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Leonard vibe. You
Yeah.
know.
Okay. That fits. That obviously fits you. Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like I feel like somebody's gonna try to push you there. Somebody's
yeah.
gonna try to push you there. I don't know which one, but they're gonna try.
Matt, what you got for Omari?
You still there, Matt?
He's on mute.
No, no, no. I'm
Oh,
here. I'm here. I'm here. It's just that when I'm toggling through screens, I gotta get back to it. The StreamYard takes a little bit. It's
Mm-hmm.
complications, but I wanted to
Stay
know.
right here. Stay here.
I wanted to know, Amari, what weight do you plan on campaigning at?
I plan on campaigning at 154 or maybe a little lighter. I feel like the whole Olympic Games for the past 2 to 3 years, I've been fighting at 156. so my body's kind of used to that weight. So maybe 154 or a little lighter. We'll just see how my body feels, but I definitely build into the 154 body for sure.
Can you talk about looking back, getting to where you're at right now? Can you talk about the toughest fight that you had to go through mentally and physically?
Looking back, the toughest fight that I probably had to go to mentally and physically is my last fight. Not my last fight, yeah, but my last fight as a qualifying, which was against India.
Yeah.
That's a fight where I was headbutted. A fight where blood was streaming down my face. My eye was blurry from the blood. We both was tired, but had to dig deep. And I just knew that that fight was up for grabs for my Olympic ticket. And yeah, I get chills sometimes still thinking about it. You see, I still got my Paris ticket.
Yeah.
That's nice. And you
So
have your jacket on.
yeah. So yeah, the Olympics meant a lot to me. I don't know if my life would have been complete without it.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh.
Yeah.
Ramirez Boxing said, "Is there something that didn't make the book?"
Uh
I'm
That's a
sure
good
it was.
oh,
question. That's a good question.
that
Yeah,
actually is a
but
good
get
question.
the book though.
Oh,
yeah. Get the book. Get the book.
that actually is a good
Amazon.
question. So, um, before my qualifying match that I just talked about, the hardest fight, for some reason that morning I ended up waking up with a horrible like stomach ache. I just don't know what it was. My body didn't really feel right, but I knew that wasn't gonna stop me from winning or punching my ticket for sure. So it was just something that I went through that I never really told because I didn't want uh I didn't want any excuses when I
Yeah,
leave in Italy. I didn't want my family back home
sure.
um to worry about that. Something else that I forgot to mention probably was how the faces that I seen on my family and teammates and coaches after my bronze medal match. It was, you could just tell they felt for me. A lot of the and they felt like I got a decision, but they just felt like a lot of the stuff that was going on in Paris just wasn't fair to us. And
Yeah,
yeah, but a lot of them was just happy that I was the one to bring home the medal. But yeah, I definitely felt their emotions for me, and you can just feel not, I wouldn't say tension, but the emotions was definitely down, and like I said, they felt for me for my last match.
absolutely. HOD said,
I obviously, oh, I'm sorry. I
"Oh no, no,
apologize
go
for
ahead,
saying.
go ahead, man."
So obviously, you made your, I guess, debut to the world during this press conference. You were at the Diego Pacheco Steven Nelson card.
Hmm.
So obviously, you stayed at the card. What stood out to you from a boxing standpoint? Like, who were some of the guys that you saw up close when you were like, "Damn, this guy is even better than I thought."
Um, it was a few people. I felt like the Pacheco and Nelson fight was a good fight. Um, That was a pretty good fight. That was my first time seeing Andy Cruz ever fight in person, so he's pretty quick. He just shook my hand as respect after the fight after I seen him. Um, who else? The Indian. He had a pretty good debut. With a first round knockout. But yeah,
You talking about Dav Nishant?
yeah,
Yeah.
Nishant Dev. Yep, that's exactly who I fought for my qualifying match.
Yeah,
That's who I fought.
yeah.
Um, So yeah, but it was great energy in Vegas. I chopped it up with Terrence Crawford. Um, a lot
Oh,
of the
we have a little. Yeah, we used to like poke each other about Taryn. I was like, mhm.
yeah. So chopped it up with Terrence and a couple other stars. There was a lot of young talent out there, but man, the energy in Vegas was definitely great. I was there for the press conference. Um, And yeah, it was a lot of tension out there too. You know, a lot of trash talking. I was like, okay, this
This is
what
what you're gonna
This
be.
what it is. This is what
Yeah.
it is.
yeah.
Yes.
So it was cool.
Absolutely. HOD has a good question
Yeah.
because this has been people have even asked me about this. We need a nickname so not to be confused with Omari Jones with the Olympian Omari Jones.
Yes.
And I can remember people asking me, "Oh, Omari went pro like before the Olympics." I'm like, "No," and they were talking about Omari Jones.
Yeah.
So, what's the nickname gonna be?
I don't know. Y'all know. I mean,
I don't
the O,
do
the
OJ.
O in the O in A. Yeah,
Yeah.
the O in A. So maybe I mean I don't know his nickname as a fighter, but maybe we'll just start going by that. And the funny story about us is we fought at the Junior Olympics. So they announced
Oh, I
Omari
didn't know
Jones and
that.
Omari Jones.
yeah,
Omari and Omari Jones.
yeah, that
Oh
was
my gosh,
crazy.
I love it. I love. So, can we ask you who won?
Me.
Hey, okay. So the winner, the champion. We need a good nickname for that.
Right.
Um, what is?
Jam's boxing chat wants to know what weight division does Omari see himself at the pinnacle of his career? How
Oh,
high
good
can he
question.
go weight wise?
Uh, I'll probably be at 154 for a little while, and I can see myself at 160 and then 168.
Okay, I like that.
You're still growing.
Uh, so Jam said the Orlando Mandem, and
No,
Daniel says the Big O.
the
Now,
big
you know
O.
what? You know who's really
Okay.
No,
good
I don't
at like,
know if I like the big O because that's like a loss. Like
yeah.
you
No,
know.
Nika's good at like nicknames. Nika is
I'll
good.
think of one.
She give
Yeah,
you
I'll
she
think.
can give you a good fight name. Because she's
Yeah.
good at that.
It's not coming to me right now. I'll get you one. I'll get you one though.
That.
Absolutely. So Omari, whenever you so we know you have your family, you have your spiritual side and everything. But whenever you're looking to somebody that's in the game, who is one of your superheroes? You're like, oh my God, or this boxer is like the one that I want to emulate or be like, or I look up to. Who is that hero for you?
For me, I'll say it's been Ali from the beginning. Like, just the way he acted, the way he carried himself, especially in that time. Um, it was kind of explained to me why he kind of said the things that he said. Like he said the things like "I'm pretty" because back then, like black people was considered, not to be call themselves pretty or beautiful. So it was just a lot of things that he did that stood out. Like going to Africa, the having the whole country behind him. That is just like amazing. Like how he stuck out and spoke up for what he said. I mean, spoke up for what he, wanted people to believe. So, yeah, that was somebody special, and he's definitely one of the goats for sure. Yeah.
So wait, last time when you were here, were you already signed?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
No, I
I
wasn't.
remember we had somebody up here that kept asking you, like, "Hey,
That was was it Nico? Is his name?
yeah, Nick,
Yeah,
yeah, Rico,
yeah.
Yeah,
Rico,
Rico.
yeah."
Yep.
Rico from
And I was just
UK.
like, "Leave him
He
alone." He said,
kept
"No,
on.
fine."
He's like, come on, come
Yeah.
on.
Go ahead and bring Rico on. See what he
Yeah,
got
I'm
to
like, Rico, what do you know that we don't know?
Yeah, because he
What
was
are
he
you
was hounding
saying?
you about that,
Because
like
he
he
over
knew
there.
something. Because he kept saying, match room. He kept like he
He
wouldn't leave
did.
it
Oh
alone. So.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
Yeah, that
Um,
was
e- even though we're like really early on, you haven't had your first pro fight yet or whatever. But what do you want your legacy to be known for? Because you have a great foundation, you have great people around you. When people think of Omari Jones, what do you want them to think of?
I just want them to think of me being an inspiration, just somebody that they can look up to, a role model. But in the ring, I want them to know that He's someone that can box. He's someone that can bite down and fight. Be a boxer, puncher, be defensive, do whatever he have to do to win, and also just leaving the sport fighting the best of the best.
Absolutely. Matt, what you got, Matt?
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm champing at the bit to talk about this weekend. I need to know from Omari who you got, Benavidez or Morrell. That's the big fight. Everybody's talking
Okay.
about it. It's going to be a
Yeah.
great fight. David Benavidez versus David Morrell. Who is Omari Jones picking?
I'm gonna rock out with David Benavidez.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you did your analyst thing a little bit on the zone. So I need you to put your analyst hat on right now. Break it down for me. Why David Benavidez over David Morrell?
I feel like David Benavidez, he's definitely a lot more experienced in a professional game. On top of that, I haven't seen nobody who could stand up to David Benavidez' pressure. I mean, just his size. I just feel like he's somebody different. It's a reason why guys like Canelo is avoiding him. And he pretty much someone like Caleb Plant stood up to him too, but you see like it's the pressure, that pressure and his power just gets to people. Like somebody that big with that pace, with that punch count, I feel like that's why he's called the Mexican Monster. So yeah, it's going we're gonna see if David Morrell is able to stand up to that. And yeah, I feel like he'll break him down for sure though.
Omar, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do
You
like
gonna go
I used to do. I'm gonna bet you $1.
you going against me again?
I'm gonna go against you again. $1. Okay?
Why is that?
Wait. So
Just saying.
Why you
the
got
fight
David
was
Morrell?
I got Morrell outboxing him.
It was Bud and Spence bet, right? Was it that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did that too.
I remember. Yeah.
Mhm.
And you went for Spence and you lost.
I told him, don't bet against me. Don't bet against me.
Outboxing him, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Now the co-feature rematch between Stephen Fulton and Brandon Figueroa. First fight was a banger. Stephen Fulton won. Who is going to win the rematch between Fulton and Figueroa?
That's gonna be a close one. I like Fulton. I think I was actually there. Yeah, that might be a draw.
Oh no! Don't say that.
That's
I hate
safe.
draws.
That's safe. That
I
is
hate
very
draws in
safe.
boxing. Listen,
That is very.
I don't care who wins or who loses. I just need a resolution.
I mean, from the last fight, I thought Figueroa won, so maybe Fulton will come back with some adjustments. I can't. I'm gonna stay out of that one.
Okay. Now,
I'm gonna bet you $1.
how familiar are you with Emma Williams? Obviously, you guys are going to be sharing the card together. It's in your hometown, and for those who are looking to go there, it's at the Carib Royale in Orlando, Florida. So, how familiar are you with Austin Emma Williams, who's going to be fighting Patrick Volney on that card?
Yeah, so me and Emma Williams, we actually met about 2-3 years ago when I went down to West Palm, and we got some great rounds in together. Great work. And then from that point on, I seen him. The last time I saw him was in Philly. He was really excited to see me. He was happy. He was like, you doing your thing, man. And I signed with Matchroom, and he texted me, and he was just like, wow, we on the same card. And he's happy to be on the same card with me, and it'll be in my hometown. So
I love it.
I hope he put on the show, and I'll definitely put on the show for my city.
Yeah, absolutely. Just
That's beautiful.
make sure he doesn't try to battle you in rap, because he's a rapper also.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of that one. Don't worry about it.
No, you know what? I want to give Omari his flowers, because I will say I can attest, and I'm very privileged and proud to say that he is everything that he says he is. You know, as far as his hard work, dedication, staying out of trouble, never ever had any trouble from him. And his family was always very supportive. His faith in God. I mean, he's the real deal. You know, and I'm not going to be so upfront to say that about everybody, but I would definitely say that Omari, you know, was that.
Yeah.
I used to always tease him and be like, what I say? Uh, you need to hit me at the body like how many times? Like go to the body, go to the body.
Yeah.
Um, and he did, and he's got power. He's got the range. He's everything. So I'm very very proud of you. I really am.
Coach, thank you.
So
Thank you.
there's a question here from Vivi. And you know, Vivi's gonna have me say chop these names up. Yeah, I'm not even gonna know. So I apologize because I know I'm gonna mess these names up. But he says, how challenging is it to adjust and fit all your work into 3 rounds as an amateur with awkward, energetic fighters like Asa Okazawa and
Yeah.
Udin? You know,
You was close. You was good.
I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there.
Yeah.
I don't want to chop that name up like that.
So I'll say it wasn't too difficult, but at that when I fought Akazawa, that was actually my first international tournament ever at 18 years old. So I didn't really know that body punches or a little tap was something that was effective, but I guess for him a tap on the hip was, that's what got him to fight. So yeah, that was just a weird experience for me because I felt like I did enough to win that fight, and yeah, that was just something, a different experience. But I feel like I left my all in there. But with Akazawa and with the Uzbek, that's something. That's a fight where you have to have a lot of patience. You can't get thrown off by um, their antics or just touch and move, and you have to have timing, a lot of timing with guys like that. So it could be difficult, just depending on how you think of it, just having patience, making sure your jab is sticking, and yeah, I didn't really find those two difficult, to be honest.
Honestly, it just sounds like you found them annoying and not difficult.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So they come up with their little antics, tongue out and screaming and shouting, but I just didn't get phased by that. I just stuck to my game plan and what I do best.
So
Who's
last,
somebody that? Oh, sorry
yeah,
about that.
sorry,
You
man.
can go ahead, Christine.
No. That's what I was gonna say. Anything that y'all want to ask him last?
So I wanted to know who did you see in the amateurs that you're hoping you see in the pros? Like maybe a guy that you might have lost to, that you think you could beat, maybe somebody who got under your skin that you just want to run that back when you turn pro.
Yeah, I'll say what Eddie Hearn is already promoting me and the Indian. he
I
said
know, right?
he
Yeah, I've
said
seen.
he said
Yeah.
that he said that while I was on the broadcast. So I guess that's a potential matchup already. You have guys like Marco Verde. I see a potential matchup. The Mexican that I fought. Who else? Xander Zayas is in my weight class. Um,
Mm,
yeah,
mm,
so you got
They will build that fight.
yeah.
mm. Are you shaving, Matt? What are you doing? You
Uh,
shaving? What you doing?
I did not know that you could hear
Come on, man.
that.
Oh my God, man.
Listen,
He's shaving the
listen.
bikini area. Don't do
I
that.
got
Not
that.
on
I got
live.
that
Come on.
late night come through text. So I need to
Yeah.
like
Okay.
trim up a little
Oh,
bit.
I got you. I got
Oh man.
I got you.
So he's manscaping right now. Oh my God.
Yeah, Manscaped. I got you. Um,
It's getting late.
who Haciel said, who's gonna be your coach in the pros?
My same coach that I have now, Jason Galarza,
I like it.
and my father,
Yep.
and then you have my mid person. No, yeah.
Yep. I love it. Yeah, he's having a beard trim. I don't know if it's the beard, but it's something. He said he got that call.
No, it's the facial hair. It's the facial
I
hair.
got you. Okay.
I got to look young and fresh.
But
Uh-huh.
you said they would build Nika. You said they would build which fight that I said?
Xander Zayas.
Okay, because U.S. versus Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really do think
But
they would.
you know what's funny about that? He already knew what the hell you said. He just wanted
Yeah,
to
he just wanted me
repeat
to.
it so he could say
He's
what he
been
needed to
training
say.
really good. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
He
heard
said,
you.
repeat, Nika, repeat.
He heard you the first time.
That
he just
was
wanted you
that
to
was
repeat
perfect. Oh, he got that right. Yeah. So
Did-
you
did-
want to tell everybody where they can find your book and where they can find you on social
Yeah.
media and everything.
So you can find my book on Amazon, The Journey of an Olympian. Just type it in. And you can also just go to my website, OmariBangerJones.com, for all of my merch and my tickets. I'm going to say it now. I will have a direct link. Probably, I was told they will be released on Monday. So just stay posted. And be patient. I know y'all been asking for tickets and where can you get them. So we're gonna shoot for Monday. So yeah, March 15th, Orlando, Florida. Caribe Royale.
That's great. That's absolutely great. Matt, any last words for Omari, Nika?
it.
No,
Honestly, I just want to wish you good luck on your journey. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the pros, and I hope for big things from you.
Thank you, thank you. Hopefully I see y'all in Orlando, March
I'm gonna
15th.
try to make it to Orlando because
Okay.
that's my sister and I can drive
Yeah.
up there.
I'm gonna have to go see my girls and see
I
Omari.
said I was gonna be outside this year, so I gotta get outside.
You gotta get outside, girl. Gotta get outside. No,
Yes.
Omari, I appreciate you so much coming on. Like I really do.
Thank you.
We're supporting you, and I'm so proud of you. And
Thank you,
I
Coach.
just I appreciate you coming on.
I'm glad to be on for the second time. Hopefully I'll be
Yeah.
on
Oh,
again.
it's gonna be more. We
Yeah.
got more stuff coming. We're gonna
Oh,
keep going.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, Coach. Thank you all.
Yes.
I'll see y'all
Thank you.
next
Tell your
time.
parents I said hello. Okay.
I got you.
Good night.
Bye. Oh, he's such a good kid.
He really is. And like I said, I wasn't just saying that. Like he is so
You can
committed. He
see.
never got in trouble. He was
That's how I
always
was like, how
like,
he talk shit when he's selling the fights because he's like he's just gonna be the good guy and that's it.
yeah, he's the good guy. You can't bet against him. Absolutely. Before we log off, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Is there something that y'all need to get off y'all's chest before we say bye-bye, good night?
Oh well, I'm just gonna say a little something, just because I have not been on Twitter like I used to before because there's some trolls that I just want to say, you guys, I don't know where you're sitting at on your couch, in your car, or whatever, farting on your nuts, playing in the
In your
phone,
parents'
harassing women.
basement,
You just need to spend time with your wives,
in the
with your
garage.
kids, instead of harassing me. Like, y'all don't have nothing else better to do with your families instead of harassing me? That's crazy. I didn't know I had that much power that I can pull you away from
You
your
do.
family
You do.
to harass me. It's crazy, But anyways, I want to thank the chat for tuning in and asking some great questions, and I want to thank Matt for coming on. And he's from Brunch Boxing every Saturday morning. I always listen to every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And I hate when y'all even 1 minute behind because I'll be like, oh, they better come on today. It's like before I
Don't
clean.
be late.
Yeah, before I clean, I have to listen to the show. So yeah, that's that.
Matt, you got some last words? Something you want to get off your
Yeah,
chest?
I got something I want to get off my chest. Canelo fans, Canelo fans. I gotta tell you, you guys are dying so bad for David Benavidez to not only lose, but for his show to not do well. Guys, if you are a boxing fan, you should want all boxers to do well. Not only that, I gotta tell you, Canelo fans, if David Benavidez happens to lose to David Morrell this weekend, that doesn't mean that Canelo beat him. That doesn't mean that Canelo beat him. Okay?
Yeah, you know what?
He's
That's
like,
right.
stop trying to give other people victories. Canelo ain't stepping in the ring with him. Okay, so I just want to put that out there. Like, you guys need to support David Benavidez. I don't know. Listen, I don't know Mexican boxing politics. I don't know. Raza versus NHE. I don't know what's going on with that. But I've noticed that there's a lot of hate from Mexican fans online towards David Benavidez. Maybe I just need to get offline. Maybe this is not happening in real life, but on social media, these guys are going at David Benavidez very hard. Oh, he's not Mexican. He's not this. He's not. Listen, don't disrespect that man. Don't disrespect that man's heritage. Don't disrespect his father. Okay, please. Let's everybody relax. Enjoy the show. We have a great fight this weekend. You got two young, strong, in their prime, heavy hitters. I keep telling people this is going to be the fight of the year. It's going to be explosive, and don't blink.
Do not blink. I can't wait.
I'm excited for the fight.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And then Clarissa Shields and Perkins the day after on Sunday. On Sunday.
On Sunday, that's right. So we got the
dinner on Saturday,
and then we got the dessert. So. Yeah, exactly. So we're looking forward to that. So I'm super excited. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Thanks to the chat. We have the best chat in the world. I always say that. We love to love you. Omari was a great guest. Thank you so much, Matt, for coming on. Like, you always bring so much knowledge and so many things that we love. So thank you so much for that. And hey, let's just keep on keeping on, because we got to keep boxing alive. This is how we do it. So love to love you. And next Wednesday, we will see y'all, and we'll talk about the fights that happened.
All right. See y'all next week. Bye.
Good night.